All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, you inglorious bastards and magnificent bitches.
It has begun!
It is I, Doc Camo, and we're back for my thought of the day, and it is not looking good for the left. Republicans are making moves ahead of the midterms. Project Veritas, DOJ, the left's controlled DOJ, was violating his First Amendment rights, and it's just good. I mean, it's good to see Democrats lose, but I'm not particularly a Republican fan either. I'm a middle of the road type guy, but it is what it is. I have more in common with conservatives than I do liberals, but no, I don't know, it is what it is. But the first thing we're going to get into is Project Veritas. Fed secretly accessed its emails, right? So this is Politico, but you can get your news all the way. You can verify the story in a bunch of different places. But Project Veritas says feds secretly accessed its emails. Lawyer for hidden camera sting producer says prosecutors misled court improperly belonged gag orders. A group that singled out journalists and Democrats in undercover operations contends with the prosecutors misled a federal court and sought unwarranted gag orders during a federal investigation of the group's ties to alleged theft of a diary belonging to the President Joe Biden's daughter Ashley. This fucking diary story just will not end, huh? In November, the FBI conducted pre-dawn raids at a home, and Project Veritas found James O'Keefe in the homes of two other individuals who worked with the group. The agents acted with warrants that allowed them to seize phones and computers to search for evidence and trafficking in interstate property. The raids generated controversy in some circles because Project Veritas identified itself as a news organization, and the use of search warrants against journalists and news outlets is extremely rare due to Justice Department policies and federal law passed in 1980 to limit such steps. And they kicked in his house. They arrested him in his underwear. We've been covering this. It just keeps getting worse and worse. We covered what they're going on with Julian Assange, and they're trying to extradite him and throw him in jail for 175 years for getting leaked information and releasing it like journalists do. That is journalism, just because it tickled Uncle Sam the wrong way. I mean, I want Uncle Sam to do good. I want America to do good, but this is not our values. This is not what we espouse. After the raids, the U.S. court judge Annalisa Torres agreed to a request by the group to put in place a special master to review the information on the seized devices to ensure that prosecutors did not get access to emails, text messages, and other recordings that might be subject to attorney-client privilege or other legal protections. However, in a letter Tuesday to a federal judge overseeing aspects of the probe, Project Veritas attorneys said they recently learned that for nearly a year before last November's raids, prosecutors used gag orders to keep quiet. Other steps taken in the diary probe, including grand jury subpoenas and court order seizures of all of the emails of O'Keefe and several colleagues kept in particular accounts over a 3-month span in 2020. Prosecutors obtained warrants to seize all emails from an account belonging to one unnamed person the group's lawyers called a Project Veritas journalist during a period spanning more than a year for 2020 to 2021, the letter says. This is just disgusting. In some or all of the cases, prosecutors obtained non-disclosure orders called gag orders, prohibiting disclosure of the fact of the searches to the users of the accounts. The letter to Torres complains that even as lawyers for Project Veritas and prosecutors were laying out their respective views about Special Master to address the information seized in November, FBI raids prosecutors had similar and perhaps identical information from the group from earlier warrants did not reveal the fact that and continued to renew the gag orders related to the searches. Just continually violating this news company's fucking shit is fucking disgusting to me. The government's failure to disclosure its other private invasions makes a mockery of these proceedings, Project Veritas attorney Paul Kelly and other counsel wrote in a 12-page letter to Torres Tuesday. Kelly complained that the special master review Torres put in place was effectively circumvented because the prosecution had access to the group's records by other means. The government already had in place mechanisms for circumventing these protective processes and invading Project Veritas' First Amendment and attorney-client privileges, the existence of which the prosecutors concealed from counsel and Project Veritas and its journalists, and we believe from a court, he wrote. A spokesperson from the U.S. Attorney's Office in Manhattan, which is overseeing the investigation, did not immediately respond to a request for comment on Tuesday. Yeah, it's because he got called out like a fucking jack. Most of the email searches appear to have been directed to Microsoft, although prosecutors have sought records from Uber about individuals working with a group called Cali. Cali specific objected to prosecutors renewing gag orders about the email searches after the group of the public were aware of the investigation and how the group obtained the alleged Ashley Babbitt diary in 2020. O'Keefe has denied that the group stole the document, but according to the New York Times, prosecutors are probing whether people working at Project Veritas asked others to obtain other of Ashley Biden's effects as the group sought to confirm whether the diary was authentic. O'Keefe has said his group was told that the diary and other materials were abandoned by the president's daughter when she moved out of her home she stayed in temporarily in Florida. The group's letter to Torres says that the prosecutors got year-long renewals of non-disclosure orders to Microsoft in January 2020, more than a month after Torres put in place a special master's mechanism. Cali said that secrecy violated the First Amendment and hamstrung Project Veritas' effort to protect its rights. That's true. Like, all of those, the government should get arrested for that. Everyone in conjunction with that, even if Project Veritas is in the wrong. You do not circumvent people's rights to get what you need done. You do not circumvent people's rights for convenience. That's fascist, authoritarian trash. And you deserve to be put in a gallows for that.
That's how winning is done.
But you did it. So you're going to get found guilty. Because there's evidence showing you're guilty. And I doubt you can fucking muster reasonable doubt. But no, we'll give you the chance to do that, and then it's off to the gallows because you're going to fail. I really... Oh, my God. I've said it once, and I'll say it again. The United States government, the United States federal government, it may have been the pioneer of free thought, but it is the largest threat to freedom and human existence right now. Thank you for checking out this clip of my Thought of the Day podcast. You can catch this podcast every Tuesday through Friday at that'sonpoint.info by 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because that's how winning is done. New clips go out daily, and we can't do this without you, so we appreciate your support. With that being said, consider joining for $5 a month. And you get early access to the uncensored version of this, early access to our weekly That's On Point podcast, and access to exclusive content only for members. All the money that we receive is going to go funnel back into this to hire more journalists and do more things for you guys, because that's how winning is done. It really is. We got a merch store and stuff. You can help there, and if you can't help via money, you can always just leave a comment, and share this out there, because that helps us more than you can immensely know. That's the best way to help. Just leave a comment, and share. And if you're listening to us, leave a review. Leave a good review. Help us boost us in the podcast ratings and get us up there, because that's how winning is done. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.